Nice dick.
It's gotta be the chest.
I am invincible!
Or am I?
Nani?
My. That was easy.
Thanks.
Good boy.
Well, shit.
I am invincible!
Or am I?
Well, shit.
Yo, you need something? Yo, you need something?
I am invincible!
Or am I?
No, what matters in movies is entertainment. I'm talking F&V. F***ing and violence, baby.
Hello, 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 everybody. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, man. Guys, I'm so excited. So excited. How is everybody today? Hopefully you all are having a very good Saturday. It is the lad. Hello. I am the lad. Hello, hello. Refined Spirit, first time chatter. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't really have anything in particular prepped to talk about here. I do have a very cool announcement for near the end of the Q&A, but I thought I would just leave it up to if anybody wants to shoot a question about anything Trails related, Trails in the Sky, the Crossbell arc, Cold Steel, Reverie. Well, I guess that would be Cold Steel arc technically, or the Calvert arc. If anybody has any questions regarding the process of voiceover, what it was like recording for video games, for this video game in particular. If anybody has any burning questions that I have the ability to answer without getting in trouble, I am totally down to answer anything that you guys have for me. Well, we have this lovely Trails in the Sky OST in the background too. Why not? Man, people are coming in. So thankful to see so many people around that honestly want to give any form of of acknowledgement to just a humble little VA like myself. I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. What's up, Felix? Oh man, I want to be like you when I grow up, man. Is the special announcement that you're voicing the Crossbell? No. It's gonna be something really cool. Something for you guys, the viewers, tuning in and hanging out. Trying to get like me when you grow up. Nah, man. You over here, you got that super cool purple check mark. You out here partnered. You got a whole community. I've been in your Discord. I've been lurking. You got a whole community going. That's awesome. It's a vanity badge. Well, I mean, this is a vanity stream, technically. I don't know. I know these are all the things that I probably should be doing to you know, as somebody in the industry. But being vain about myself is also a little tough. It's a little tough because I'm just a fan like you guys, right? You know, I love trails, I love video games and JRPGs as a whole and everything, and I just also happen to, you know, partake in them as an actor. But I am obviously a fan first. Questions loading. I will say though, I'm so incredibly excited to be a part of this franchise. In this capacity, obviously, I got the chance to work on Daybreak and Daybreak 2, and that was amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. But I'm so excited to be Colonel Richard now. General VA question, but has there ever been a time where you're unsure what direction they want you to take when doing lines? Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, the way the voice acting process works, 9 times out of 10, when you go in to record a video game, it's all completely blind. So you don't have really any prep time on the script. You're typically seeing it for the first time when you walk into the booth. And so, you know, you don't really know where it's supposed to go. Obviously, you have your actor instincts that say, like, this is how this line should be performed, or this is how this scene should be performed. But, you know, for the most part, you're using cold reading skills to prepare. You know, sometimes they'll tell you what character you're going in to record for beforehand. Sometimes you'll get the script in advance, not often. And so you just go in and see it for the first time and hope you're getting it right. And luckily you have a director there to put you on the right path if you're not quite in the ballpark. So it's really just a whole creative process of, you know, listening, a whole creative process of getting in a flow with the director and the engineer and the client, and, you know, getting, you know, having a very collaborative experience when you're recording in the booth. I'm so sorry, guys. I think I'm actually going to mute the music here because I realized as I was talking, I'm hearing the music in my ears and I can't even process the question. A question for Richard's lines in particular. How long do you think it took you to finish his lines? Hey, oh man, guys, we have a Devin Mack in the chat, by the way. Devin Mack is super cool. He's also a voice actor. You all should go check out his work and Google him, and he's super awesome and amazing. I love Devin. He's a very, very good friend of mine. Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert. Damn, the music hitting too hard. It was hitting me a little hard. I'll see if I can get it back in. But to answer your question about Richard's lines, recording for the game, I had quite a bit of dialogue, obviously being Colonel Richard, and so it took me about surprisingly, it only took me about two 4-hour sessions to record the entirety of Richard. Luckily, you know, I don't know if that's a combination of me just being efficient at recording lines or the entire flow process with the director and the engineer. But it took me about 2 sessions to record the entirety of what we'll hear for Richard in Trails in the Sky. But that suffice to say, there was quite a bit of dialogue. Luckily, though, whenever you're recording for a video game, you typically only see your lines. You're not playing out the entire scene, so I'll sometimes get context around my lines of the other characters if it's needed, but for the most part, I'm just jamming out my character. And so yeah, it took about 8 hours total, eight working hours. What's up, Jeff? Thank you so much for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Masky, what is up, Masky? Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here because you're actually kind of secretly a part of this announcement that I'm going to be having at the end. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you stopped by. Thank you. Nightmare Roger, thank you so much for tuning in. First of all, congrats on the role. My question would be, what was the experience of voicing Richard? Difficulties or quirks? Getting to know the character, etc. So overall, the experience was amazing. I mean, like I said before, I'm a huge fan of this series. You know, as a person, and so being able to come in as an actor and be able to perform this character was just an incredible honor. You know, obviously, there aren't too many um, masculine characters left in the series. If you know, if anything is to be believed, you know, the series is kind of could be coming to a close here soon. And obviously, I don't know anything. I'm just an actor, right? They don't clue me in on their game plan for telling the story of the series. But you know, the fact that this is such a legacy character, and we're going back and remaking the first game in the entire series, getting the honor to voice Richard, who is a huge part of the first game, is just incredible. Um, and as for difficulties or quirks, I think the biggest difficulty was just the mental aspect of it, of just, you know, making sure I did a good job for the fans. This is my first really big role. And so not only to be a part of, being in my first big role, but also being a part of this series, I felt a huge responsibility to make sure I did this right. I did a lot of research. I went and watched like let's plays of the first two games in the series. I did research on the Trails, world as a whole. Um, and I did as much as I could to prep to make sure I did it right. I went back and listened to obviously David Vincent's performance from the original games, and I went and listened to Miura-san's as well. And it was just being able to get into the headspace of Richard, because he's a very complex character for those who know the story. For those who don't, I will avoid spoilers, and I would appreciate anybody trying to avoid spoilers for the first game, if possible. Um, just in case there's anybody who hasn't played the Sky games in here. But getting myself into that headspace was just very important to me. And so, with that character's ups and downs, making sure that I can accurately portray that and also honor, everybody that came before me playing this character was a huge undertaking. But as for quirks, getting the voice placement down was very important. Obviously, he's not too much different than my normal voice, but so for the voice placement itself, it wasn't too hard. But the posture, the attitude, the way he carries himself is much different from me. Obviously, he's a very confident, um, very confident and upstanding guy. Wink. Um, but he's very, he's very confident. He holds himself in a high regard. He, knows that he has to be um, this patriot for his country. And that's so much, in a way, that's so much different from me, because I'm a very introverted, shy person um, to a certain extent. And so making sure to put myself in that headspace of being confident, being, you know, having that swagger that he kind of has was very important to accurately portray that character for sure. Um, but yeah, hopefully that answered your question. I can't think of any particular quirks per se that were a little bit difficult, but just getting myself in that headspace was very important. Um, let's see. Um, Tiki Joe 59. When you say going to the booth to do the voice lines, do you have to travel far? And are other VAs with you, or is it more like a time slot meant for you? Um, so I live in Los Angeles, and the studio is also in Los Angeles. So, the traveling far is relative. For me, this particular studio was about an hour away from me. So with like city traffic and whatnot, so a little bit far, but that's just because it's city traffic, and LA is a very big city. But in retrospect, not really that far. Um, but when I go to the booth, it's I literally went to a recording studio to record for Richard. And as for having the other VAs with me, typically that's not really a thing. Every once in a while, you'll have like ensemble recordings for projects. That's normally in original animation, but for video games, you almost never record with the other castmates unless it's like a big motion capture project where everybody's on a soundstage. So it was all just me in there. And sometimes, if you're lucky, if the other castmates have recorded before you, like for this case, Captain Amalthea, also known as Kanone, I got to hear some of their lines that they recorded beforehand because they came in to record before me. And so the director will play those lines as reference for me if I'm sharing a scene with them, which obviously Captain Amalthea I share quite a few scenes with. And I get to hear that um, from them. But as for like playing off of the actor, unless I have some of that, I'm typically just getting the line reads from the director and going off of that. So it could be a very um, the word I want to think of is like sequestered kind of experience, or a very solo kind of experience for the most part, which is why it's so exciting for actors to see the final product, whether it's a video game, an anime, a cartoon, because then they get to see it all come together, with the visuals and everything, and they get to experience it fully finished, which is why I'm so excited to play this game when it does come out. But yeah. Um Alea, what's up, Alea? Just dropping by as I'm at work and just want to say congratulations. Thank you so much. Alex, I think Richard is a divine blade and a bracer. My source is that I saw it in a dream. Copium, indeed, indeed. Love that you're a fan. Your passion for it really shines through. Means so much to all of us. How much you care about the role. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, what's up, Tim? What's up, buddy? How's it going? Sorry if you've already talked about this and I missed it. But what was your first reaction when you heard you got the role? Uh, Honestly, it was a very funny experience when I found out I was Richard because there was the audition process for the game, and it was funny because it was codenamed. But I 100% knew what it was just by looking at it. I was like, "Oh, okay, this is the Trails in the Sky remake." Or I don't even know if the remake was announced at the time the auditions came through, but like you just looked at it and I was like, "Oh, this is Trails in the Sky." And then obviously we went through the audition process and I sent reads for a bunch of different characters, including Colonel Richard. And then I found out about a month afterwards that I had booked on the game. But when they initially sent the booking email, they didn't tell me who I booked for. They just said, "Congratulations, you've been cast in blah 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 code name," right? So I was like, "Oh my god, I got cast in Trails in the Sky. This is amazing." Um, but they didn't tell me. And so I had to poke and prod. And I'm like, who did I get cast for? Who did I get cast for? Because I thought I was gonna, be like Nile or something, or a couple of other characters, right? I didn't think I was gonna get Colonel Richard. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna cast little old me for Colonel Richard.
Yo,
And
you need
then
something?
thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. But then I found out after they got back to me and they were just like, oh, by the way, you're gonna be Colonel Richard, like as a throwaway email. They were like, oh yeah, you're gonna be Colonel Richard. Actually, I didn't even get it as an email first. I got it as a text from my agent. And my agent texted me. It was literally just like, oh, yeah, I thought we included in the email. Yeah, you're going to be Colonel Richard. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no way they cast little old me for Colonel Richard.
Yo,
And
you need something?
I lost my mind. I was actually out at a bar with a friend of mine, Blythe Moline, who actually voices he voices, oh my god, what I'm forgetting his name. From Daybreak, the race car driver. Why am I forgetting his name? Maxim Lugan. Lugan. He voices Lugan in the Calvert arc. And I was out at a bar with him, and I found out, and I literally jumped out of my chair, and I couldn't tell him, right? I couldn't say what it was for, because of NDAs, right? But I was like, oh my god. And he was like, what happened? And I'm like, I just found out, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just found out that, like, a role that I got cast for, right? I couldn't tell him. I couldn't tell him anything. I was just like, oh my God. And he was like, congratulations. We had a big hug. It was awesome. But I was just like, I was losing my mind. And I was like, I was so beside myself. I didn't know how to feel, but it was amazing nonetheless. But yeah. Let's see. What if they cooked up a Trails in the Sky musical? We need an ensemble. Well, that would be interesting. I wonder what it would be like. I mean, I know Estelle sings a lot, but I don't know about the rest of the characters. JDK gonna pop off again. How I have a question. Okay, from Bull. What's up, Bull? How does it feel to be the nicest dick? Nice dick, indeed. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm so honored. And shout out to Chikadifu 84.
Nice dick.
Chikadifu 84. I think that's the correct username. I just know her as Chica. For that
Nice dick.
For that soundbite in particular, and it was played twice. Thank you so much for playing it twice. It was so funny because I had found
Nice
Chica.
dick.
I had found Chica. That is a clip from Chikadifu 84 on Twitch. I had found her channel a few months back, like I want to say back in like March or so. And I saw that soundbite. Like she was playing Trails, one of the Trails games at the time, and it was really awesome. And I saw that soundbite, and nice dick, and I'm like, I gotta redeem this. I'm curious what it is, and it was that soundbite, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's a soundbite for a channel. But then when I found out it was in reference to Colonel Richard, I was just laughing my ass off, and I got so obsessed with this soundbite, because I couldn't tell anybody I was Colonel Richard at the time. But knowing it was about Colonel Richard because she was playing Sky the Third and using Colonel Richard, I was laughing my ass off every single time I heard that. And Bull also has it as a redeem on his channel, and it's absolutely hilarious. I love that soundbite. So if you ever want to get a kick out of me, just play that soundbite. And also go check out Chikadifu84 on Twitch. She's amazing. She's currently playing the entire Trail series on stream, and I think she's on Reverie right now. I think she's on Reverie. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she's on Reverie, which is super awesome. All right. I'm trying to catch up in chat here. I'm trying to get to everybody's questions, so sorry if you've put your question in the chat and I haven't got to it yet. let's see, completely understand LA traffic. 30 minutes to just go a mile distance, and that's good to know about being in the booth. I have zero idea how the process works. Yeah, no, really. So I live up in the valley, which is like Burbank, Glendale, North Hollywood, Van Nuys. That's kind of like the valley area, which is kind of the more residential area of Los Angeles, to be honest. But as soon as you get into LA, like as soon as you go down into like core like Los Angeles, the city, instantly everything slows down, trying to get about. So it's something going like 5 miles can take like 30 minutes realistically, and it's crazy. Let's see. I totally didn't wake up 10 minutes before, thought I could sleep 5 more minutes and overslept. When did you know voice acting was what you wanted to do, at least in part? So I knew that I wanted to do voice acting as a career as my job when I was 13. And that's the day I actually started. So that was back in 2011. 2011 was when I first realized I was like 13 or 14 years old, somewhere around there, give or take like 2011, a year on either side. I realized I wanted to be a voice actor for the rest of my life because I knew that I was naturally just creatively inclined. I had a really big imagination when I was a kid, and I knew I wanted to do like acting, singing, a band, like something that kind of got that going. But I didn't like the idea of being uber popular. Like, you have TMZ on your front door, and they're like, catching you in your underwear or something, like something absurdly crazy. And I knew voice actors, for the most part, can kind of go under the radar. Like, they get a modicum amount of popularity, but like in the grand scheme of things, they're like a D-list celebrity at most. And I like the idea of being, for the most part, fairly anonymous and just letting the work speak for itself. And so I knew, like, I also really loved video games, really loved cartoons, and really loved what I eventually came to know as anime. I just thought it was the cool Saturday morning cartoons that I watched on TV when I was growing up, like Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade and stuff like that. I always thought that stuff was just cartoons, and then I eventually learned what anime was. But I kind of had an aha moment, specifically watching a show called Initial D, which I might eventually get some sound bites for here in the channel. But I was watching Initial D when I kind of had that like aha moment of like, I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And then I just started. I started doing like fan stuff online, like abridging and fan dubs and comic dubs and stuff like that. And then eventually I went professional in 2016, recording my first commercial, like my first commercial demo. And then I did a couple of national spots, or sorry, not national spots, regional spots, for some brands and stuff like that. And I still do commercial work to this day. Like, you might, if you don't have Spotify Premium, you've probably heard me on like Spotify or Pandora or the radio or something doing commercials, because I record those all the time. That's honestly what pays my bills for the most part. But eventually I started getting into more character stuff. And now I'm here in LA recording video games and the like, So it's definitely been a dream, and I'm so thankful to be doing this as a career. It's awesome. Like, I couldn't imagine telling my 13-year-old self that I would be here now. But it's also a grind, it's a huge grind. Yeah. You like my background? Thank you, Light. Advantage of being a fan. Yeah. I'm definitely a huge fan of the work that I get to be a part of. I love my job, and I love consuming the content that I get to be a part of, and it's just all of it's just such a blessing. Oh man, trying to keep something that big a secret, yeah, it's tough. It's even harder when you're a fan, you know? It's a lot easier if like, you don't really know the impact of the stuff or you don't necessarily care for it entirely. Not care for it, that's not the right word, but like you're just not as interested in it, right? Like there are properties that I don't know about that I'm sure are really popular, but like you know, for whatever reason, I haven't heard of them or, they're not something that has become part of my mental network. Um, so it's a lot, it would probably be a lot easier, or especially like commercials. Like, as much as I love doing commercials for, you know, paying my bills, I'm not necessarily the most ecstatic all the time to be like, oh man, I just recorded a spot for Paramount Plus. Like, and I'm gonna go crazy about it or anything. It's a lot easier to kind of just do that and let it go. But when I get to work on something like Trails, like I'm losing my marbles. I'm like, a week feels like an eternity, to hold on to an NDA. But that's part of the job, so I gotta hold on to those NDAs very tightly, or Falcom will have snipers aimed at my position. And that goes for any client that I work with. Um, yeah. Trails musical would be cool. Yeah, Chickadee very nice. Best sound clip. And that's why 2 minute timer on mine. Oh, it's fine. If you want to spam sound bites, you're totally fine. But you need Nice Stick to play all the time. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes it would be fun. Best compliment I could get. She's on Reverie. Yeah, must be nice. Reverie's a goat. Okay, here we go, Tim. I'm so sorry that I'm just now getting to your message. Out of all of the Kiseki you've played, or slash no, which one is your fave? I mean, the biased answer would be Sky, right? The even more low key biased answer would be third because your boy's playable in it. But realistically, I think the one that is my personal favorite is probably Daybreak 1. Just because I love Van as a character. I think he's so cool and he's so different from, the GOAT Reed Schwarzer. But knowing the type of characters I like and the gameplay that I like and the kind of tone I like for games, Daybreak 1 is probably my favorite. If I had to pick another, I would probably say maybe Cold Steel 4 because I think it has like the most like going on when it comes to like action in the game and story that is developing in that game. But probably Cold Steel 4. Like full disclosure, I haven't played Cold Steel 4, but I kind of know the story of Cold Steel 4. And I think that's probably a good one. But realistically, Daybreak as like an entire game, like encompassing all aspects of the game, story, gameplay, characters, design, all that, probably Daybreak 1 would be my favorite Trails game. Daybreak, CS4, Reverie, Sky Third. Yeah. It's like that's a good list, DJ, for sure. Waiting for Horizon, yeah, but luckily, we'll have Sky First Chapter to keep us tied over, right? Black Sun 42, what's up? My question is, have you met other voice actors who are as invested as you are in Trails? Any stories to share? Man, that's tough because I don't really realistically, I don't really know a whole lot of voice actors in general. I'm not like as in the social media zeitgeist that a lot of other voice actors are. I know some, obviously. Like I'm friends with a few. And I know, like I said, I know Blythe, I know Kat Pratano, who is also in this game and in Daybreak as well. Like I know some of these people, but like for the most part, we don't really like talk about the work. And if we do, and the people that I do kind of talk a lot to about work or other things just aren't in the games, or in these particular games, I should say. But so I don't really have any stories to share on that. But I will say I have talked with other voice actors who are fans of the projects that they are in. Like one of my friends, Maren Miller, is a huge fan of Dragon Age, and they finally got the opportunity to be in Dragon Age Veilguard, which was they were super stoked about that one. Um, so there are definitely other voice actors that are fans of stuff that they're in. When it comes to Trails specifically, I haven't met anybody, or I don't know anybody personally that's also a fan. Not saying that they aren't, but it's never came up before. But yeah. Let's see. Continuing to scroll down the chat. Oh, Felix is here too. Oh, you beat the boss. Congratulations. It only took you, 7 business days to beat that boss. Um, I can only imagine how tough the grind was overall. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I'm assuming you mean in reference to voice acting career. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a grind, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, confused cact guy. Odd question. How much do you try to familiarize yourself with the character you voice when you start the recording process? I personally definitely try to familiarize myself as much as possible with the work um whenever I get that information in advance. Sometimes you just don't, right? Sometimes you'll get called in and you don't even know what character you're playing. But depending on the role, like depending on the role story wise that character has, depends on how much I invest myself into learning about the project and learning about the story, and if it's part of a series, learning about the series and stuff like that. I definitely try my best to do as much research. Maybe if it's in my wheelhouse, I might even pick up the game and play it as well, or watch the show or whatever it is. But I do try my best to do as much research as I can to familiarize myself with that IP, whatever it is. Obviously, I did a lot for Richard because I know how much this character means to people. But when it comes to other things that I've auditioned for, other things that I've worked on, I try to do as much as I can. Within the time frame. Sometimes it's not always possible, and I kind of just have to go on my gut, instincts. But I think I think most actors, if they don't, should do as much research as possible on the series, and you know, uh, because it allows us to do the best job possible for the fans. And I think respecting not only the project and the IP, but also the fans as well is a really important task for an actor, because at the end of the day, you are performing for the fans. You're performing for the people that are going to consume whatever it is that you're in. And so it is, in my personal opinion, while it might not be everybody's opinion, or it might be a hot take or whatever, I genuinely think that actors should be familiar with the stuff that they're in for the fans. Like I said, it can't always be the case, and I understand that, like, if you're somebody like Matt Mercer or Troy Baker, being familiar with every single thing that you're in is probably a daunting task, and I can understand if you can't always, but if you can try, if you can at least make the effort to get yourself familiarized with the project that you're in, I think it's a very big um it plays a very big role in your ability to perform not only that character, but to do that series or that IP justice. But that's just my opinion. Let's see. Hey, yo, Van. Yeah, I love Van. Van is an amazing character.
Good boy.
Well, thank you for the good boy. I appreciate it. Which games did you play to avoid spoilers? So I've played Cold Steel 1, Cold Steel 2, and Daybreak personally, but I personally don't mind spoilers. And uh, uh, I would specifically request no spoilers um, on Sky the Third. I'm specifically keeping myself in the dark about Sky the Third for my own personal reasons. But when it comes to the series as a whole,
Thanks.
I would appreciate not spoiling too much just for anybody else in the chat who hasn't played games, who hasn't played specific games and stuff like that. And I would definitely appreciate avoiding spoilers for Sky FC, just because there might be people who this is the first time they're going to be playing Sky FC. So I would definitely want to avoid spoilers for first chapter, just for anybody new who hasn't played the Sky trilogy or hasn't played Sky, or maybe this is their first Trails game as a whole. So I would very much appreciate that if you'd be willing. But if you wanted to talk spoilers, you could shoot me a whisper or something like, or you could shoot one of my mods a whisper, and they could pass the question on to me, maybe in a way to reword it about like spoiler stuff. But yeah. Oh, and Isu already on top of it. Yeah. Isu, you a real one. Tim, to follow up then, one of the biggest questions, Elaine or Agnes? That's tough. Why you hit me with those questions? Third option, Risha. There you go. How would you rank the Trails Pro tags? Estella, Joshua, Kevin, Kevin, I mean what? Lloyd, Reen, C, Van. Let's see. So in terms of just likability, I'd probably go my bias, right, which is Van. I would put Van. Then I would probably say Reen, then Estelle and Joshua. Oof. No, I'd probably do Kevin and then Estelle and Joshua, actually. So Van at one. If somebody put a gun to my head and said put these characters in an order, it would probably be Van, then Reen, then Kevin, then Estelle and Joshua, and then C, and then Lloyd. Yeah, Lloyd, bottom of the list. If you know, you know. Yeah. That's if somebody, like forced me. I don't really have a preference on them in particular, but if I had to rank them, that's probably how I'd rank them. Yeah, let's see. Top 3 for me is third, DB10 Azure. That's I could respect that. I could respect that. Sean streamed all of Sen. Oh, Sean streamed all of Cold Steel. Yeah. Will you do the same with this arc? I plan on streaming all of them, not just Sky, but all of them. I'm officially going to restart my Trails journey with Sky First Chapter. And then I'm going to play it by ear when it comes to the rest of the Sky games. But I'm definitely going to be playing the remainder of the series as a whole, from top to bottom. So we'll see when it comes closer to Sky release. I'm definitely going to be playing First Chapter on stream, 100%. But when it comes closer to the release, we'll see about the rest and get it all planned out. But the goal is to stream all of the Trails games on stream, for sure. Let's see. Oh man, you got to experience it all yourself. Trails is a journey. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yo, you need
A
something?
long journey, zero spoiler tolerance. Like I said, I don't mind talking spoilers. For for the series as a whole. I am not as knowledgeable as a true Trails fans. Like I know a lot about the overarching world, and I know a lot about the overall story of Trails, but the very in betweens that you could really only get by playing the games, I probably won't know just because I haven't played all of them. Um, so yeah, it's catching my one of my fans in the background. That's funny. But yeah, I would say I don't mind talking spoilers. Let's just try to keep it not crazy spoilers. And definitely if you have something that is a spoiler, toss it over to one of the mods you see in my chat, and they'll probably check it to see if it's something okay to talk about or probably should refrain. But in general, at least when it comes to the Sky trilogy, I definitely want to avoid spoilers. I definitely want to avoid spoilers for the Sky games. 100% worth. Isu got it. That's tough. It's so tough. Let's see. Man avoided the. Oh, are you talking about Elaine or Agnes? Uh, I mean, if you're talking waifu material, yeah, like I'd pick Risha over either of those two. But if you really want me to pick, probably Agnes. Probably Agnes between the two. But the real answer is Risha. Met some amazing Trails people from playing Trails. Yeah. A barrel is the real pick. I mean, the real pick is Van. Happy Pride. But, that's just me. Sky FC spoiler, there's a 20-minute unskippable cutscene of Richard just eating a head of lettuce. See, no, he what you don't realize is that wasn't lettuce, it was cabbage. It was a cabbage he was eating. But why you gotta spoil that, man? Like, come on. This tisk. Actually, no, sorry, it wasn't cabbage. It was a husk of corn, you know? Because he's the kernel. Why is Cassius Bright the most insufferable character? How dare you speak of Cassius Bright in this way? Don't make me Sakura Morning Moon you. I will. I'll do it. Nobody is allowed to speak ill of Cassius Bright in the presence of Colonel Richard. Nobody. Felix still holding his grudges.
Yo, you need something?
Love that Kevin is in my top three. Of course, I love Kevin. I love the Onion Man. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Spoke to you the other day. You said you did some fine readings for Melchior. I was gonna ask you on the day, what was your take on the line reads? You're gonna have to clarify that. What do you mean? Like on my specific take on the character when I auditioned for it? I mean, from what I remember, I was kind of in the same ballpark as what ended up in the game, but obviously they went with someone else, which is just part of the process. You can't win them all. So I think what they ended up getting for Melchior in the final game was excellent, and I think I believe that was Kyle McCarley. He did an excellent job. But yeah. Flame Emperor Crimson. Yeah, I recognize that name. What's up? Yep, Kevin is the Onion Boy indeed. We need more streaming degens playing this series. We need to look. I am pushing really hard to get Trails into mainstream. All right. I'm going to try. I'm going to shill myself. If I have to, I will shill myself. I will do it. I will do it. If it means Trails gets into mainstream. You'll definitely be here when I'm streaming it. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, sorry guys. I'm trying to make sure I read every message. So if it takes a while for me to get to your message, I really do apologize. But yeah. Let's see. Whole series spoilers will only make sense if you play them. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So like,
Good boy.
it's definitely kind of hard to hitting me with a good boy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a little hard to talk spoilers, right? But you know, do you just send applications to everyone? How do I not like Shizuna? I like Shizuna.
I am invincible!
Or am I?
Or are you indeed? I like Shizuna. I would say I like Shizuna, but like she's not like in my top 5. Probably not like yeah, she'd probably be in like a top 10. But
No, what matters in movies is entertainment.
I'm talking F and V.
And violence, baby.
Indeed. What's your opinion on Randy Orlando? He's a bro. Randy Orlando is a bro. That is my humble opinion. Yeah. I wish I knew.
I am invincible!
Or am I?
Or am I indeed? I don't know enough about the character to give like
I am invincible!
Or am I?
I don't know enough about the character to give a full-on opinion. I know kind of like the character outline. But Brandy is cool. The moon. Yeah, indeed. How do you pronounce Kanone? It's Kanone. Follow up from the Elaine or Agnes question. Probably. Is it Duval or is it Duval? I think it's Duval, right? That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Duval. Yes. I must have misremembered. All I remember was a cut during the chapter where Estelle goes to the DMV. Yeah, well, you think Estelle? You think you want Estelle behind the wheel? I don't know. All I think of is Time for Ultra Violence, and then next thing you know, it turns into Death Race 2000. Oh my goodness. Stream Trails, absolutely. I will stream Trails. The guy called Grant needs to make a Falcom video. Sure. I love Shizuna. Yes, Shizuna is nice. How much did you enjoy the voice work for Cold Steel 1 and 2? I think they did an amazing job. I mean, I know at the time, Leona Renee was a part of the series, and she did an amazing job overseeing the voice work and the casting for that game. And so I think Leona did an amazing job getting the right people for the roles. And I loved Cold Steel 1 and 2. And I mean, I know the other games too. Oh, we got an ad break coming up here in a little bit. So we'll probably chill out and just hang out, maybe play some music. For anybody who has Twitch Turbo, I think it's called, you probably won't get the ads. Anybody who's subscribed will not have to suffer through Twitch trying to get their money. But for everybody else, I am so sorry. John H. Twitch needs to extort my stream for money. Use my profile picture on Twitch. I see. We'll probably wait for this ad break, and then I'll go back to answering questions. Sorry for the 3 minutes of ads that we're about to have, but John H. Twitch needs his money. We'll toss out some music. Where's the good song? Hold on. Here we are. I love me some sophisticated fight. It's a bop. Sorry, I'm just getting my groove on over here. I love this song.
Nice, isn't it?
We'll hit him with this. How about that? Yeah. While we wait for these ads to finish up. We got about 40 seconds. I feel like one. This is where you get like the lighter, right? Okay. All right. Keep some of this music in the background. We'll try the music again while I attempt to process thoughts. Let's see. Where was I at? Have you met any of the VAs for any of the old Trails cast? I've met a few. So the guy who voices Eustace, Ben Diskin. He's a good acquaintance of mine. I love Ben. He's great. Everybody should go check out more of Ben's work. but you know he's big and popular, so you probably have already heard of the legendary Ben Diskin, the Emmy Award-winning Ben Diskin. Blythe Moline, who is the voice of Maxim Lugan. Capitano is the voice of Marielle, as well as Dorothy in Sky First Chapter. Who else? I'm very minorly acquainted with Sean Chiplock, the voice of Reen Cold Steel Schwarzer. Who else? Stephanie Shea. I am acquainted with Stephanie Shea, who is the voice of Estelle. I love Stephanie. Stephanie's great, and honestly, if you really want to learn how to get into this industry, pay attention anytime that Stephanie is talking, because Stephanie is the GOAT. Duvali, okay. Not Duvali. Why did I think it was Duvali? I don't know. Duvali. Yeah. Estelle, take the wheel. Yeah. Pull up the clip from Open Season where the hunter swerves his car to hit the deer. Really wish I could stay longer, but got some plans. Hope you have an amazing stream. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you. And, you know, I'll be sure to see you around. Honestly, might be in a possible question. Have I met CLM? CLM? Who's CLM? Would rather pay attention to my new VO coach, George. I'm just the guy who's in the industry. I am not qualified. I'm not qualified to teach anybody by any means. Oh, Cassandra Lee Morris. Oh. I've not. I would love to. Cassandra seems great. But I've not personally met Cassandra, no. For a second, I thought that was like something Clouded Leopard. I'm like, I haven't met any of those people yet either. Though apparently one of them knows who I am. I don't know who it is, but somebody over at Clouded Leopard knows who I am, apparently, according to Hansuke. Yeah, I guess maybe we're about an hour into the stream. Perhaps I can talk about my special announcement, huh? Is anybody interested in hearing what I got going on? So I really wanted to give back to the Trails community. Oh, what else have I voiced in? I'll answer that really quick, and then I'll get to my announcement. So I'm obviously Colonel Richard in Trails of the Sky First Chapter. I've also voiced the Holocore Karabia in Daybreak 1 and 2. And I've been in a smaller capacity for some other games like Street Fighter 6, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. I did some work on some anime like To Love Ru. There was a show called Dragon Goes House Hunting, which I'm surprised if anybody's ever heard of, but I did some work on that. I was one of the English voices for Joe Higashi from Fatal Fury for some of the anime OVAs. I've also done a lot of commercials for brands like Amazon, Toyota, Honda, a bunch of other brands that I can't think of off the top of my head, but yeah. But I'm hoping that this is the first of many super cool main character roles to come, and we'll see what happens. And as for the announcement, I really wanted to give back to the Trails community. And so I'm going to be doing a really cool giveaway. So for between now and the release of Sky, which is September 19th, I will be doing a giveaway for the Bracer supply box from Pinbox. Now, this is not sponsored in any way. They didn't provide me with one. I bought it with my own money out of my own pocket. But I will have a Gleam link that people can go to check it out. I will link it now here in the chat. But I'll be doing a giveaway for the Bracer supply box free of charge, which will also, and I'll also include a copy of the game for you as well on your platform of choice. And I will be throwing in a signed print commissioned by the super amazing, if they're still here, Maskey Arts. I have a print in the works, and I'll toss in a signed print of Colonel Richard with all of that. And it's going to be a nice little bundle for anybody who's interested in the game, and for anybody who wasn't able to pick up their own copy for whatever reasons of Sky and the Bracer supply box. Again, it's totally not sponsored. This is all out of my own pocket, just to give back to the fans. I am super, super excited for everybody to get the chance to play this game. And so on top of that, on top of this giveaway that I'll be having for the Bracer supply box, for every Trails in the Sky first chapter stream that I do in September, for the month of September, which will probably be at least like 4 or 5, for anybody who's subscribed to me on Twitch, each stream I will be giving away a copy of the game to somebody who is subscribed and active in the chat for that stream. For every stream that I do in September for Trails in the Sky first chapter. And I'll get it on whatever platform you want. And it'll probably be digital codes for those giveaways, but for this giveaway here for the Bracer supply box, I will do a physical if you wanted to do PS5 or Nintendo Switch, or obviously it would be I don't know if I don't think they're doing a physical for Steam, so it'd probably be a code if you wanted to get it on PC. But yeah, I'm gonna be giving away some copies of the game for my own pocket. Again, this is not
Nice,
sponsored.
isn't it?
It's not sponsored. It's not anything like, this isn't Gung Ho isn't telling me to do this. Pinbox is telling me to do this. This is just me personally wanting to give back to the fans. And I just want as many people to get the chance to experience this game as possible. So I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways as well for the game. And thank you so much, Killer, by the way, for the sub. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch you another time. Sorry, y'all, I'm rigging it. But yeah, so that's my super awesome announcement. I'll have more. I should probably update my my Twitter bio. Because I said that I was going to do that. There we go. Boom. Okay. I'm so excited for all of you guys to get a chance to get this awesome copy of the Bracer supply box. It's got a whole bunch of really cool goodies in it, including custom orbment, which I thought was so sick. Like, they made a replica orbment with adjustable pins on the inside. I just thought that was the coolest thing, and I'm like, I picked up one for myself and then one to give away, and there should be more info on Pinbox's website about what's included in it. But I just thought I wanted to give back because I know sometimes with these collector things, especially with how limited of a run it was, not everybody had the chance to pick one up for one reason or another, and so I thought I would try to give one away because it's so cool. Like I was geeking out when I first saw it. I'm like, you get a bag and you get a notebook and you get all these really cool things, and I love collector's editions that have tangible items that you can use, like having a statue or having a poster is super cool and all, but I love when you can get custom things that you can genuinely use in your day-to-day life, like a notebook, like a bag, and all those, all the other things are very much cool in their own right for just collecting purposes, and obviously that is the point of a collector's edition, right, is to collect things. But things that I can use long after, I've played the game and be reminded of the fact that, oh my God, this is from Trails in the Sky. This is from the Trails world is just so cool. Like that, I'm always a sucker for things like that actually have like a tangible use in day-to-day life. What do you think of Reen's story throughout throughout the series? So from what I know about Reen, very tragic, very, very tragic, without getting into spoilers, obviously. And from what I know about Third, which is very little, what I know about Third and what happens in Third, very specifically, it's pulls at the heartstrings for sure. Very, very tragic. Isn't that how you pronounce it? Is it Reen? Yeah, I know, not Reen Schwarzer. Is it Reen or is it Ren? I think it might be Ren, right? It might actually be Ren. I think that's pronunciation. I don't know why I was thinking Reen. Ren, yeah. I forget the pronunciations that all these characters go with. I feel like they change all the time too. Like people still say Zin, right? And I hear Zin all the time, but I know in my head like, oh, the Jean, right? Yeah. I hear so many different pronunciations of these characters' names, so I apologize if I get them wrong from time to time. But yeah, Ren. Yeah, knowing her story, especially some of the events that take place in Third is very, very tragic indeed. Yeah. But I'm super excited for Sky to come out indeed. I'll probably be keeping this Q&A up for another about 30 minutes or so, or probably another like 45 minutes actually. And then if you guys want to stick around, I might be doing some more Persona 3 Reload as well for a little bit until I end stream for the day. It's just going to be some probably grind on Tartarus that I have forgotten to do. But yeah, people still don't know how to say Luve. It's Luve, right? I'm pretty sure that pronunciation I know. But
Yo, you need something?
I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Jackie the Raccoon, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. This music, so iconic. Oh, man, I'm checking Twitter here really quick just for fun. I love how my feed is just tailored all trail stuff. It's just trails. And I love it. It's great. So good. Am I arguing with Falcom? No. Definitely not. friend of streaming CS2 and heard how do you say that name? Is it Chow? Like with a ch sound, or is it Sao? I don't think it's Sao, right? Oh, it's Sao? No way. That's interesting that that's the pronunciation they went with. I feel like that might not be correct. I don't know, but Sao. Okay. That's interesting. Very, very interesting way to pronounce that name. I mean, I guess it's not interesting because that's basically pronouncing it the way it looks. But you would think that it might have like a unique pronunciation because of the character. You're not gonna believe how they pronounce Lee. How do they pronounce Lee? Is it just Lee? I mean, it's probably just Lee, right? There's no way they could change the way that's pronounced. Unless you're just trolling me right now. Oh, my goodness. I'd be surprised. Yeah, you guys are trolling me right now. Okay. I'm glad the music is hitting you. Ah, man. Guys, I'm so excited for this game to come out. I'm so excited. I'm so incredibly excited. Yeah. I'm so excited for people to hear Richard. I just hope I did a good job. Can I expedite the release date, please? Papa Falcom, can you make it? Can you put? Actually, I know. Here's what I need to do. Instead of asking them to expedite the release date, right, which I have no power to, I just need to like hit up the brightest minds in the world for them to, within the span of like a week, invent cryo sleep, so that way we can all be put in a cryopod and then just wake up when it's September 19th. That's the real answer. That's what I need to do. I'm starting a petition now to invent a cryo sleep, so that way we can all just go to sleep and then wake up when it comes out. Yeah, it's time, cryopods. Indeed. You're gonna point. You're gonna DiCaprio point at the screen. I know that guy. Well, you still gotta hit me up about doing that podcast, bro. Like, where's the official offer letter, huh? I need an offer letter before I can, move forward on that. You can send it to my Discord. You can send it to my email. Like, where's it at, bro? Oh, don't you worry, you'll get it. You watched Agate's back. You know what's funny? Speaking of Agate and mispronouncing names, I don't know why I thought his name was pronounced like Agate when I first read it. And it's totally it's Agate. I don't know why my brain went to Agate. But the very first time I ever saw Agate's name, I thought it was that. And then I quickly learned that it was Agate. Oh yeah, before you played it broke your heart. Absolutely. I would cross-examine this sword. Oh, man. I'm just thinking, I really want to, like, I really hope I eventually get the opportunity to do the "That was easy" line. That would be so fun. Like my, that was easy. If you had the chance to give someone 5 big booms with the voice of Richard, who would you give it to? I think probably to all the people who play the Trails games in Japanese only, I would like to present to you from the Intelligence Division 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. I would now like to politely ask you give the English dub a chance. Sincerely, Colonel Alan Richard. Sincerely, what am I saying? Sincerely. I know, I talk for a living.
My. That was easy.
My. That was easy. Or, of course, the classic, as clouds fall, sakura bloom, fallen warriors gather in the evening bloom, and I present to you your doom. Oh man, thank you guys so much for everybody who's hung around and was in the chat and hanging out, asking me questions. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for making a guy feel special. Gotta stay hydrated. I hope double cut is how it was in FC. We'll see. We'll see. Will FC? I've heard Bryce Papenbrook talk about how he came up with voices. How did you come up with Richard's voice? Well, funnily enough, like I said earlier, Richard really isn't too much different from my normal voice. At least where I'm placing it, right? Like maybe it sounds different to people who hear it, but for Richard, it was more about getting myself in the headspace of like how he carries himself. So there's a term in like the actor world called or at least for voice actors, choices, not voices. So your choices should more impact your performance than just doing a silly voice or doing a different voice or doing whatever voice. And so for Richard, if you noticed even just now, Richard, for the most part, when I voice him, I put my hands behind my back like I am, puffing my chest out, not puffing my chest out, but, standing up straight, having a good posture and just thinking what someone in the position of power how they would hold themselves. They would probably be standing up straight, having their feet a good distance apart, hands behind their back or perhaps at their side, kind of in a just, how do I put it? Just a very particular stance with how they're how they're walking and how they're talking. And so whenever I think of Richard, I think of someone who knows he is being perceived highly, but doesn't quite have an ego. Someone who knows that he is in a position of power. And so whenever I put my mind in that place, Richard just naturally tends to come out. How about it, Niall? Will this make a suitable article? You know, just putting myself in that space allows the voice to naturally happen. We should send Richard to fight the the Illuminate Fund. Maybe. But Richard isn't too much different than me, so there's not really a whole lot to change there. You know, if I was doing someone like one of my Street Fighter characters, that's a whole other thing where you're just, you know, putting yourself in this, you know, just put yourself in a voice, you know, and then you kind of sit around here and do a whole bunch of screaming and stuff, which I'm not going to do. I think of when he talks to Cassius. That is a great scene. Spoilers, but yeah. Well, that's not spoilers. It's not. He always talks about Cassius. He always talks to Cassius. It's who he is. He is. I think Colonel Richard is approved as Cassius Bright's #1 fan. He's naturally a Chad. Am I natural? I think I'm naturally a George. Thank you. I'm not a Chad. Well, maybe a little bit of a Chad. Maybe one of those Sigma males, you know? Colonel Alan Chatter. Oh, man. So fun. So very fun. If you were to have all the characters you voice fight each other in a battle, who would come out? Richard. 100% of the time, Richard would. I don't think there's ever been a character that, like, and I've voiced quite a few characters, but Richard just would instantly, you know, probably take them all out. He would just impede him to death, you know? Just, just, what's his other move? Is it like Luminous Ogre Slash? I think something like that. I think that's the impede, right? Yeah, pretty sure it's Luminous Ogre Slash. Yeah, he would just impede him. They wouldn't get a turn. Asked earlier, did you meet Erica Limbeck? She voices Misty. I haven't met Erica. Again, I would love to meet a lot of these people. I don't, in all honesty, I don't really know a whole lot of other actors. I'm just not as social as a lot of other voice actors are, and so a lot of other voice actors tend to meet each other by going to a lot of social events or this or that, and I'm not the biggest like person socially. I'm very much an introvert where I just kind of stay home and do my own thing, sequestered and, you know, alone and stuff. So I don't really know a whole lot of other actors. I know some, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure, you know, if Adios deems it to be that I start getting invited to cons and whatnot, I'm sure I'll meet plenty when I go to cons, you know, whenever, if ever that ever happens. But that's probably where I'll end up meeting a lot of other actors for sure. But yeah, I don't really know a whole lot of other voice actors. I know the people that I've worked with, that I've gotten the chance to meet, but you know, and I know some just from branching friend groups and whatnot. But for the most part, I don't really know a whole lot of other actors. Relatable introvert here too. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, nothing against anybody else. I just don't like, that's not really my scene, and I probably should be a little bit better at that, going to more social events and trying to, you know, branch out and meet other people that work in this industry. But I don't know. You know, I'm on the spectrum, and I have ADHD, and sometimes it's kind of hard, you know, making new friends. And so, like, I'd rather just kind of stick with the, you know, with the friend groups that I have, and if I happen to meet somebody new through those friend groups, awesome. If not, I'm not really stressing it. I hope so. You will meet. Well, I've met Johnny. So I've met Johnny, and I actually met Robbie, funnily enough. So I went to, back in March, I believe it was the end of March. I was invited to the premiere of Devil May Cry, the Netflix anime. And I got to meet both of them there, which was pretty cool. I met Johnny and I met Robbie. And at the time, I was still under NDA for Sky. And so when I met Johnny, I went up to him and I said, "Oh man, you know, congratulations," because at that point he was announced, right? "Congratulations, you're coming back to voice Joshua." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going in to record that tomorrow." And I'm like, "Hey man, you know, we may run into each other at the studio." Wink. And he was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, rock on." And I couldn't say that I was in it, but like, you know, we might bump into each other at that particular studio that we're recording at. Who knows? But I got to meet both of them, and Robbie's super cool too. Robbie is awesome. Funnily enough, I ran into him at that party, and I don't think he was technically allowed to say he was Virgil yet, but you know, he was it was very clearly Robbie voicing Virgil. And so I was like, "Hey man, good job on Virgil." And he was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. All you got to do now is post a picture on Twitter of you sitting in a white lawn chair, and you'll have everybody go crazy." Neuros36, you take it easy, all right? Go get some sleep. Johnny is definitely a really cool guy. I felt so bad because so many people were there trying to get his autograph and stuff, and he probably, like, because he obviously didn't know who I was, so he probably just thought I was another fan. And which is totally fine. Like, I am a fan of him and his work. But it was so awkward because
Nice, isn't it?
he probably didn't know that I was you know, another voice actor that was in a project with him. And so, you know, everybody's coming up trying to get a selfie or trying to get a picture, and it's just it's just it was an interesting experience for sure, but he was really cool. I think after we kind of like gave ourselves a little wink and a nod, he kind of like, you know, eased his shoulders a bit. He was a lot cooler, and he was like, "Oh man, you know, what's up?" I started geeking out about Nero with him. I was so starstruck when I met Johnny. You know, like I tried my best to play cool, but I definitely didn't. And Hansuke, thank you so much for the gift sub. You're awesome. I love Hansuke. Hansuke is the man, right? He is that guy when it comes to all Falcom related news. So definitely give Hansuke a follow on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. If you want the latest and greatest news when it comes to Falcom, he is the man. And he's a Power Ranger. Yeah, I love the Power Rangers growing up. Like Mighty Morphin, Dino Thunder, SPD, Zio. All of them were awesome. He was a frog. He was a frog. But you know what? He's also Ichigo Kurosaki as well. And Lelouch v. Britannia. And a lot of other really cool roles, like Bash the Stampede. And Nero from Devil May Cry. And Dante from Devil May Cry. He's a lot of really cool roles. And I really love Johnny Young Bosch. He's so amazing. He's so super talented. I said this in my announcement post, but genuinely, he was one of my biggest inspirations to even start this as a career. And to this day, I still use, him as a template for whenever I want a character to sound cool. I just think, how would Johnny do it? And then I take that in and try to mix it around in my brain and pop out with something unique. But yeah, Narukami from Persona 4. He's also Narukami from Persona 4. The Ichigo in our lives for real, indeed. Ah, man. Punk. It's so funny. I constantly see the trends of like different people on like TikTok or whatever doing the Japanese the Japanese voices for like the Bankais. Like I've always wanted to try it, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Sasori, yeah, or Sasori in Naruto as well, yeah. I should. Bonkai. What are some of them? Bankai. Senbon Zakura. Kageyoshi. What's his name? Like it's something Haramatsu Shinju, right? Or Shinjo or something like that. What's that one? What's the full name? I gotta look it up now. Oh yeah, here it is. Well, no, that one's Byakuya's obviously, but the one I'm thinking of, Bankai. Katen Kyokatsu Karamatsu Shinju. My favorite is Toshiro. Toshiro's is good as well. I don't know why that's become a trend on TikTok, right? Like people just doing the Japanese lines. Or like the people who do like the One Piece laughs, like it's just so funny. What's the I wonder what my One Piece laugh would be. I really do. I feel like my natural laugh can almost come off as a One Piece laugh. If anybody's heard me like really lose it before, I feel like I absolutely have a One Piece laugh. Did we ask what your favorite anime of all time is? No. Probably my favorite. One of my favorites is definitely Initial D. But Angel Beats is also like legendary. Like my favorite, if I had to pick like one of the like big like shonen ones. well, also Death Note. I really love Death Note. But if I had to pick like one of the shonens, probably it would be Bleach. I really do love Bleach. Yeah, I think that's a good Mount Rushmore, right? Initial D, Angel Beats, Death Note, Bleach. I think that's solid, yeah, right? Those are some solid picks. What else is there? Fairy Tail's pretty good. I'd be remiss to not mention FMA Brotherhood. Dragon Ball. Yeah. I wouldn't let you destroy my world. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite lines, I quote it all the time and nobody knows the exact one, but it's also from the Battle of Gods movie. I'd be like, I'll just be like, "You think this is a game? You're fighting to live." I quote that all the time in my personal life, and people still like they don't know where that's from. And it's just when Beerus, when Goku's like, "I didn't know we were using Blast now," and then Beerus like, "You think this is a game? You're fighting to live." Like that's such a good quote. Have I seen the video of Sean doing that scene in the? I have. Oh, Sean Schemmel. Oh, Sean Schemmel. I think Dragon Ball was also one of those just anime that like you like if you were in the Toonami era of watching anime, like it's such part of the culture. Like especially like so I'm originally from New York City, and it's huge in like the kind of like New York City culture, like that and Naruto, like, and even One Piece to a certain extent, but like Dragon Ball and Naruto are like two of the biggest, like even if you didn't watch anime, you watched Dragon Ball or you watched Naruto, and they were such ingrained in the culture TM, if you understand what I mean. And so like one of my favorite ramen spots in New York City was literally called Naruto Ramen, and they literally just used, it was a hole in the wall spot. And they literally just used the Naruto logo for like the shop. And they totally obviously shouldn't be, but they didn't even have like an actual sign. They just had a sticker on the door that just said Naruto. And it was so good. It was one of the best ramen spots I think I've had. At least in New York City. But yeah, like people who don't even watch anime know Dragon Ball. Like watching, yeah, like Dragon, walk the Dragon Ball Z. Like, yeah. Dragon Ball was definitely that show. It was him. I still remember the first time in the original Dragon Ball when Goku went Super Saiyan. Like that was peak. It was peak, bro. It was incredible. Like you just see the lightning in the background. It's just like ah! Like it was so good. Was it Kyle Hebert as the narrator? I don't think so. Maybe for Kai. I don't know if he was the original narrator, was he? We got to get you in there for a future project. What, for Dragon Ball? Maybe. It would be cool, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe. This music right now. Oh, the Studio City music, yeah. Oof. Peepo Jam. We'll have a chat with your agent real quick. I'm sure Sam would love to get me into Dragon Ball, but a lot of things have to line up for that to be the case. Have I seen Ruby? I've seen some of Ruby. Like, I don't know a whole lot about it personally, but I've seen a little bit of it, yeah. Some VAs from some anime were in that. Oh yeah. There was definitely some, for sure. Jason who? Which Jason are we referring to? Jason. Oh, yeah. Jason Douglas. Yeah, Beerus. Yeah. Man, who's texting me right now? Who blowing up my phone? People blowing up my phone. They don't know I'm streaming. What the heck, man? How inconsiderate, indeed. Oh, man. Side note, speaking of ADHD, right? I'm so happy. Okay. So I love technology, right? I'm such a nerd about tech. And also the ADHD. I wanted to get a new phone. And I had one of these big clunky, smartphones for the longest time. And I said, I hate, I just hate how big this is. That's what she said. But I hate how big this phone is in my pocket. Like, I don't want to carry around big phones anymore. And so I got me one of these phones. This is the Galaxy Z Flip, the ones that literally flip open. And I love this thing. Literally, there will be times where I don't even need to look at my phone, but I'll just flip it like this. Like, I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I got it, and I love this thing. I love this phone. Frost. Oh, what's up? I haven't seen that name in forever. Oh my God, TD Frostwolf. Oh, what's up? Oh man. Guys, you should go check out his channel as well. He plays a lot of JRPGs and stuff like that too. But that's my buddy Timothy. It's been such a long time since I've talked with you. But it's my friend Timothy. He is also a voice actor. And I'm glad, a lot of you seem to be, in a lot better spot in life right now, from what I've seen. I lurk every once in a while and see your posts on Facebook and stuff. So, but Timothy's really cool. He's awesome. Indeed, I is that. Yes. I forget. Do you prefer Timothy? Do you prefer Tim? Do you prefer Daniel? Dan? What do you prefer? Oh, you've been sick? That's unfortunate. I hate getting sick. Especially when I have like really important auditions to get done and then I get sick. I'm just like, ooh. I remember last year, I can't say anything about what it was, but I got an audition last year that was so like, it was so cool. It was such a cool audition. And I unfortunately got sick. A friend got me sick by accident. And so I just had to like power through this audition, hoping that I did a good enough job. And oh my God, it's the worst. What inspired you to be a VA? I know, for example, Bryce saw his dad doing it. So I kind of went over this a little bit near the beginning of the stream, but for me, what inspired me was just my love for video games and cartoons. I knew I wanted to kind of be in the creative space and in the acting scene, but I didn't really want to do on camera because it wasn't really my thing. I just really wanted to make video games. And I always knew that's what I wanted my end goal to be in voiceover if I ever pursued it, was to make video games. And, 14 years later, here we are. Finally doing the thing in Los Angeles, making video games. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But it was really just my want to be in video games. And, I'm not in it for fame, or I'm not in it for bragging rights, or maybe a little bit of bragging rights, but but I'm really just I just want to be a part of the things that I enjoy consuming. And if I get to be a part of that and I get to share that with my friends, that's what makes it all worth it. Like, I love being a part of video games because then I can go and buy those video games and play them and be like, I did that. I'm in that. A little bit of bragging to my friends, but other than that, like, I have a lot of friends who play JRPGs and play Trails, and it's really cool to just be like, yeah, I'm Colonel Richard in Trails. Yeah. Like, but other than that, it's not, nothing vain. It's really just for the love of the genre and for the love of video games, for the love of cartoons. I just really wanted to be a part of them and make them for a living, because video games and cartoons really helped me when I was in a very dark, place in my life, and they were my escape. They were what allowed me to, have some clarity or some relief, from the stress of life. And I knew that I wanted to be part of that for someone else. And I really wanted to hopefully, bring somebody else joy in times when maybe life is hitting them kind of hard. And if they can go and buy a video game that I've been a part of, or, watch a series that I'm in, or a movie or whatever, and it brings them comfort and some form of escape from whatever the hell they're dealing with, that's what really means the world to me. And I'm just so happy that I get to do this for a living, and I get to be a part of these games, and get to, get to share that with people. Purge your soul of this crap. Well, good luck. So in Honkai Star Rail, I wasn't anybody super crazy. I was the mascot for Soul Glad, the soda pop pup. I did that, and then just some NPCs. I don't remember specifically which ones. But yeah. It's been a very long time since I worked on that game. I think the last time I worked on it was 2023. Something like that. Maybe beginning of 2024. Yeah. I'm happy that they brought me in, you know, for those games, because there was definitely a time when I was struggling and to get kind of a footing here, and that they were willing, you know, that they were willing to bring me in for that game was very kind of them. Even just to, you know, do a little tiny part. Getting to do something you enjoy and are passionate about, support yourself is everything. Yeah. I'm very happy that, you know, this is my dream job, and the fact that I get to do it is amazing. We got an ad break. We're going to take a pause. Gotta, hold on. Wave the lighter. I don't have any glow sticks, unfortunately. Can this count as a lighter? Yeah. What is that? Like a lightsaber? What is that? Sir Sword. Sheesh. Hearing these songs again, but renewed and different, is going to hit hit the spirit something fierce. Indeed. Indeed. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to some Persona 3, if that's cool with you guys. Just for a little bit, probably for like maybe another hour. To stream some of my grind on the game. Oh man, look at that. Just the gems just got back to me. I just noticed. Well, if you're still here, if you popped in the chat, hello. Thank you so much for the reshare. Is there smaller VAs you would like to meet? Oh, well, I definitely don't think Alejandro Saab is small by any means. But I've met Alejandro before. He's alright. He's a cool guy. I don't really know him that well, but I met him a couple of times. Amelie, right? That's or no, Amanda. Amanda Lee is Amelie, right? Or is that a different person? I forget. He's as crazy in person as he is online. Different. Or no, Amanda. Well, there's Amanda Winley, right? Which is a different person. But then there's also Amelie, which is also somebody. But yeah, Amelie. Yeah, yeah, I'd like to meet Amelie. I haven't met them before. They're Agnes. That's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of different voice actors and actors in this industry that I'd love to meet. You know, but if it happens, who knows? Well, let's go ahead and switch. Let's do Persona 3 Reload. Okay. Let me grab my controller. We're just gonna do some grinding. I'm still here to answer questions, by the way. But I thought I might as well do some grind on Tartarus that I need to do. That I've been neglecting because I've been busy. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, another VA, I think, that is blown up. What other VA that's blown up? Is this... Don't know if you've... Oh, Alex Lee? Again, I don't think Alex Lee is small either. I met Alex Lee once. He probably doesn't remember who I am, and that's totally fine. We literally just met each other in passing. We were at the same coffee shop, and but yeah, Alex Lee is so funny. Because like he's not necessarily the same person in person that he is in like his social media stuff. Not that he's different in some type of way. I forgot I did this, the battle bikini shit. I gave everybody an outfit. But you know, he puts on a super like deep voice and he's like, yeah, I'm Alex Lee. Yeah, I'm cool. And then like in person he's like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Alex Lee. You know? Yeah, that's right, Felix. You see me. You see me. I ain't slick. But let's start going through.
I don't detect any shadows here.
I need to go through. I went to the wrong floor. Head back. How does this guy still have a voice? Just a lot of taking care of your voice. You know, when you scream and blow your voice out, just first of all, you shouldn't really do that in the first place. And I think for the majority of stuff, he probably doesn't. But he's also young. You know, younger people have the tendency to heal their voices and any part of themselves a lot better than somebody who's a little bit older. But in general, there's just a lot of like, you know, taking care of your voice after you had a big screaming session, like making sure you go on vocal rest and, you know, trying not to talk too much, if at all, afterwards. Just, you know, taking care of your voice. Push-ups, sit-ups, and lots of juice. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally just, if you have a really tough session, you just try not to talk for the rest of the day, and for probably a couple of days afterwards, just make sure your voice can properly rest and you don't blow it out.
My head.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the strat. Go to the next floor. So we've discovered the strat of grinding, and that's literally just looking on the map to see if there's anything cool. If there's not, you just go to the next floor. Nothing. Go to the next floor. And this is literally what I'll be doing while I'm talking in chat. Nothing. Go to the next floor. Nothing. Go to the next floor. Go to the next floor.
Okay.
Any strong ones? Still nothing. That's crazy. There we go. There's a strong one.
There's a shadow.
Baby, baby, baby.
Weak to piercing. Try arrows or bullets.
One step at a time.
Your attack power's been reduced. Watch out! Your attack power's low.
Destruction. Ooh yeah, da 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 da, baby baby, da 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 da. Ooh yeah, da 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 da, baby baby, da da da. I love the music in this game, man. It's so good. What's this?
That hit a weakness.
What's up, Verbose?
Think I could?
We're just doing some grinding on Persona 3 Reload while I answer any questions that anybody has in chat. Gonna have to splurge on the vinyls as soon as possible, indeed. I don't know why I
What next?
basic attacked in there, but oh well.
That's a weakness. Nice, Yukari-chan.
What are you weak to, specifically? Okay, so you're immune to all that shit. So let's sure we'll just hit you with the old. Everything is acceptable. If I had to pick, probably I love like rock and metal, but I also love rap. I mean, I listen to pop music too from time to time, so probably everything. Not really a huge country person, but I can appreciate the occasional country song as well. But probably either rock, metal, or rap that's the majority of my playlist. Or like something old school, like, you know, that might not be traditionally rock or metal, but, you know, like the Beatles or something. You know, I think the Beatles are considered rock music, but...
Okay, it's go time.
I think I wouldn't be a true New Yorker if I didn't listen to rap, you know?
How should I kill you?
How should I kill you?
Nice reflexes, Yukari-chan. Yes.
Put back down. Yeah, get your butt on the ground. Yeah. All right, and then I think we just wanted money, right? I think that's what we were farming, if I remember correctly. I don't know if Dark, you're still in chat. I think, if I remember correctly, I just needed to be at like level 36 or something.
Nailed it. Nice going, Junpei.
right? That's where I needed to be at. So I think I'm already at the required level, but I might as well just sit here and farm for a few hours. I definitely have the money that I need, but I listen to anime music more than anything. I mean, I like the occasional anime song, you know? I do listen to a lot of game music too, for sure. It's definitely in my playlist. What are my stats here? Yeah. Level 34 or higher? Yeah. I mean, I'm level 36, so we're fine. We're chilling. We're being chilling. But for anybody who's still here in chat who wants to, you know, ask any questions, I'm still more than down to answer any questions that you guys have about, you know, whatever. But I thought I might as well put a game up here too while we hang out. Is there anything here? Nope. Now, if you want to use Mitsuru, make sure you get her to level 34 too. Ah, damn it, you're right. But then who do I take out? Probably Akihiko? I don't think Akihiko's been super useful here. You're right. You're right, damn it. And I don't like that you're right. That just means more grind. Usually listen to orchestra music? Wow. Fancy pants over here. You're fine, Dark. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you crap.
Yeah! I'm in top form today. No, wait, I'm always in top form.
You don't see me. Don't see me.
We got the upper
The
hand.
enemy looks tough.
Watch out.
It's those unintelligent monsters ain't it? What are they thinking? Please explain it. Don't believe quiz crap, can't waste time. What I possess can't copy and paste down. I'm doing it better than I'm settling for another regular. There's some enemies say I'm telling you, I'm breaking you down to the level of molecular. Better be wise when choosing battles, mostly babbles. You know one of those big time shady fofos ain't worth fighting for. I drop these bars in my sleeve. A few more tricks up my sleeve. It's way too late for you to leave now.
Ugh. It's so good. I love the music in this game. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my goodness. I hold it's hard to break down. It's too late for apologies. It's going down now. You can put on your butt again.
Take these doctor about to be that patient, cause I'm about to knock him out cold. Whole lot of moves I make on you like a dance floor, and during this beatdown you probably wish that you could fast forward.
I got this.
So good.
Give 'em
Have I got to experience the East series? No, I played East 8 a little bit, but I never finished it, so I'd probably go back and play that game for sure. Irrespective gain from all the pain and stress. Money.
to see that.
I still believe that Junpei is canonically black now. I think that's the case. Happy Juneteenth.
Nailed it. Nice going, Junpei.
I mean, he's voiced by Zeno. So, I mean... I love Junpei, man. He's so cool. He's a character.
Okay, let's head out.
Any cool people on this floor? Nope, it doesn't look like it. You could say I've heard of Ys. What's up, Yucatan? Yeah, for real. For real? Yeah, what's up, Verbose? I didn't think you'd be popping into my chat today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think we're at the final floor, right? This is floor 92? Yeah. All right, time to do the loop again. Him and Ryuji would be... Oh, absolutely they'd be friends. Absolutely. Let's swap you and you. Yeah. And we do the loop again. Oh wait, that's not the floor I meant to go to. I don't know about Yosuke. I think those three would get along. They're kind of in the similar archetype for each of the, each of the games. I think Yosuke would probably like them as well. My God, where are the rares?
We gotta keep moving.
Is it the Alan Richard? I am the voice of Alan Richard. Hello, how's it going, first time chatter? I am indeed the voice actor for Colonel Alan Richard in Trails in the Sky, first chapter.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Right now, currently trying to farm Tartarus, or as I like to call it, tartar sauce. Well, thank you so much, Crimson. I appreciate it. By the way, is this the same Crimson that's on Twitter as well? I forget.
There's no room for carelessness.
Yeah. No room for carelessness. I know. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm missing a key component right now. Hold on. Can I do it? Can I do the thing? Can I do the thing? Can I do it? Can I? Can it? Wait. Hold on. We need to. We need to see. We need to. Can it be done? Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, I guess on Yukari it goes. Okay. I had to check. I had to. What'd she be good in? Metal Rider? Yeah, why not? We'll have her. We can have her look like No, I'm not gonna do that. I'd have done the same thing, I can't lie. Your facts, man. Oh, look at that, two bigums.
That might prove to be a difficult fight.
Nope, you don't see me.
I love
I feel like this game really wants me to be for not having fun. What's up? It's Just the Gems, Just the Gems on YouTube. Legendary Kiseki content creator. How's it going? Pleasure to finally meet you, other than just following each other on Twitter and stuff. Oh, man. Dude, I've been consuming your content like crazy the past 6 months. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the Trails community. Seriously. Like, you are a legend indeed. You're awesome. I've also been watching the JRPG Pursuit podcast as well. I've been trying to catch up. I'd love to be a part of the podcast at some point if you guys would be willing to have me. But genuinely, like, thank you so much. I was able to learn so much about the series and do my research because of creators like you. And thank you so much for the shout out recently on your most recent video. Absolutely, I'd love to come onto the podcast. You know, I would love to talk Trails, and I'd love to learn more about Trails. Like, I'm not gonna say I know everything about Trails, so you guys can absolutely educate me even further about the series. You know, I'd love to talk about, you know, Sky and whatnot, but I'd also just like to talk about Trails and JRPGs in general because I love video games. They're awesome. Absolutely.
This will do the trick.
What can we do here? 'Cause you're like immune to like everything cool in life. Let's just hit you with the old physical move. Nice. I did see, I was paying attention to the most recent video about the whole, I'll acknowledge it here very slightly. I can't go too much into it because NDAs and whatnot, but the whole update with the website, I'm glad that you noticed the updates, is all I'll say.
Never mind. Can't stop me now. Let's do this. Persona! Let's
Yeah, another one. And another one. And another one. Money. Actually, I'll get XP for this one so we can start leveling up Mitsuru. Woo, 3,300 XP, so good.
That was excellent leadership. Keep up the good work.
It was excellent leadership. Thank you so much for noticing.
That one looks like bad news.
Yeah. Don't be such a wimp.
We have the advantage. Nice one, son.
I'll hit the
Yeah, we'll do another physical move. I should probably heal Junpei at some point.
That was a critical hit.
I'll go with. Never mind.
I've already scanned this one.
Is there a persona that I actually need to level? Hold on. Let's see. Do I have any? I have the thing. No. Okay. So let's just keep it on who I have now, and we'll do the physical moves. Physical galore. I do need to replay this sometime. Get all the social links. Indeed, this game is so good. This is my first. This is actually my first playthrough. I've been doing the entire game on stream. I plan to do some of this Tartarus grinding off stream and then get to a point where I could progress the story for my next stream. But I might as well do it on stream here while I take any questions that anybody has. This is all stuff that I would typically do. Well, not typically do off stream. I think I've done every Tartarus session on stream so far, funnily enough. But please avoid spoilers because I have not played Persona 3 at all. So I have no idea the story of the game. I'm very excited to get through it because so far this is actually shaping up to be my favorite Persona. Even more than Persona 4. And I love Persona 4.
Let's see.
But I'm very, very, very much enjoying this game.
What to do?
Okay. P3 is my favorite of all time. So when they remade it, I just knew.
What are we waiting for? Let's see.
Yeah, no, Atlas honestly is just the GOATs. I love Atlas so much. Shuffle time, shuffle time.
I kick ass, huh?
You played Persona 3 FES, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 3... Oh my goodness, yeah, you love you some Persona 3.
That was
It was excellent teamwork, thank you. I know, I'm so good at my job. I'm just so good. I got another soul drop, I didn't even realize that. I guess we'll just start consuming this this food here that I have for whatever reason. Probably the elderly couple gave me all of this. Mega protein. Alrighty, we'll grab this while we're here.
Hope we don't run into any creeps here. You never know where the shadows may be lurking.
Are there any... Man! Oh, no, there's one. Nice. Yeah, there's one.
There's a powerful enemy ahead.
The enemy looks tough.
Hey, what's up?
How's everyone feeling?
How do you... Is that Gandulf? Is that how you say your name? Gandulf? 78? Like Gandalf, but... Or Gandalf, I believe. But it's Gandulf. I like it. I don't understand how I didn't get the sneak attack bonus for this fight. But you know what? Whatever, I guess.
Kirito-senpai,
Shall I
your
move to
attack
strike?
power's been lowered.
Head this way.
Destruction. Ooh yeah, da 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 da, baby baby. Ooh yeah, da 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 da.
Can't stop me now.
Get put on your butt. Get put on the booty.
Hell, Yori. Let us have it, fellas.
Get put on your booty again.
Nicely done, Takaba.
We're not gonna go easy.
Nice. XP. Give it XP.
We did it.
Hey, they leveled up. Fire break. What could I get rid of here? Perhaps just the power slash? I mean, we could just make him also... I think the Rakukaja could also get rid of too, right? Because, he could just be like a pure, like, just DPS. Because we have buffs from other people for the Rakukaja. I think I can get rid of the Rakukaja here, actually. Blade of Fury.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight. We could head back, but it's your call.
Do you see what I see? It's a shadow that's about to get fucked up. That wasn't that good. We're working on it. We're working on it. Hopefully I can get it. This has been like this shadow, this particular one, because it's immune to like everything, has been particularly hard to kill.
Now's the time.
Okay, man.
I'm ready. Go for it.
Let's go into a physical user. God, I need that so bad. It's a necessity. Okay, are you serious? Gotta wind down for the night. All right, Felix, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you greatly.
That's one fewer enemy. Keep it up, Kiseki.
I got it. Let's go. You're the GOAT, by the way, Felix. I want to be like you. And you know, I'll see you around for sure. I'll be sure to come on your podcast too. I'll join all the podcasts. And I'm excited that hopefully we get to collab it a little bit more often.
What to do? For something.
What's up, Night Lost?
Can I stand on this enemy?
Yeah, let's do a full analysis. I've never seen these guys before.
Here's what I found.
Ooh, okay.
That's it. Enemy down. We're not gonna go easy. Now the
XP.
And that's how it's done.
Woo.
Perfect. Just what we...
Powerful enemy spotted.
Ooh, there's two of them. There's two of them.
That one looks like bad news.
The atmosphere here is so...
I'm itching for some action.
Stay on guard.
Go get this.
Amazing. You're on a roll.
Let's do it.
There's no escape.
Accidentally tabbed out of the game. My bad. My bad, folks. My bad. My bad.
I'm ready. Go for it. Let's have the lineup.
Give him hell. Let's do this. Persona!
Yeah.
Be gone. Just kidding.
Evil be gone. Just kidding. That's very much same energy as like I am invincible. Or am I? Oh, and I got the slash boost. Let's go. I don't even know what to get rid of here. I don't know.
I am invincible! Or am I?
Indeed. We'll get rid of the auto Rakukaja. Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
That was excellent leadership. Keep
Yes,
up the good
it
work.
was, Kirijo. I'm so glad you noticed. Oh my god, thank you.
Doesn't that one look pretty tough?
We got the upper hand.
Enemy looks tough.
Come, Persona.
Excellent. Nicely done, Takeba.
Look into my eyes. Tell me the things I'm about
What's next?
Oh, man. Probably stream for another 25 minutes here, chat, and then we'll call it for the day, toss it over to somebody, and I'll just continue grinding this off stream.
I kick ass, huh? Nailed it. Nice going, Junpei.
Alrighty, let's do an auto heal.
All right, let's get going.
Nothing fancy here. Damn. Go back to floor 77, and we rotate again. That's a wait. Hold on. That's a lot of these. Might as well get him.
Suppose we don't need that motorcycle with the communication equipment anymore.
That bike sure is cool, though. Maybe I should get a license.
Maybe I should get a license.
We gotta keep moving.
Nobody cool. What the hell?
There's no
Oh, there's one. We got one, boys and girls and MBs.
We got ourselves a shadow here.
Don't burn yourself out. We all need to take a breather sometimes too.
I know, Kiri Joe.
There's a shadow.
Doesn't that one look pretty tough? It's dangerous.
Ooh, this is a different one.
Never mind.
What are you reading? Oh,
I
okay.
don't have it in me to stand right now.
Yeah, I know you resist it. Wait, did I hit you for like 200 even on a resist? Damn. Well, this is. Oh, wait, I just realized I don't have. Uh oh.
Let's stay focused while I move to strike.
Uh oh. I realized the error of my ways. I don't have the.
Can't stop me now.
Uh-oh. I don't have lightning. I'm gonna have to switch personas.
What to do?
Do I have anything stronger than just the Zeo? Okay, so let's see. Hold on. So I have 27 magic here. 28 magic here. 31 magic here on Baphomet. 22, okay. And then 20, 23. So we're gonna go with Baphomet. Time to return.
Focus.
Shall I move to strike? Go for it!
You dodged it. That's our leader.
Hopefully this doesn't kill it. Damn it!
That's a win for the team.
Shovel time, please. Shovel time, shovel time, shovel time.
All right then, moving on.
Rip. That's a big rip. Okay, which one was it? What's the... Yeah, there we go.
All right, squad, move out.
All right. Oh, and I see another thingy over there. Let's go.
I've been in good form at archery practice lately. Maybe because I have experience fighting now?
You run away from me now? You do. Scaredy cat.
That one looks like bad news.
I'm detecting a surge of power. Be careful.
Go for this.
The enemy, you're on a roll.
Get ready.
There's no way. Stand by.
Boop.
Nicely done, Takuba.
Here we go. Junpei-kun.
Got him.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
Ooh. Do, do, do. Do.
All right.
Okay. Can we find more? Can I find more dudes, please? Dang, man. Where are all the... Oh, there's one. There's two. Nice.
I'm detecting a surge of power. Be careful.
It missed.
Nice one, son.
We're not gonna go easy.
Oh, you got him quick. Dang.
Oh
No, I'll go with
no! You hit me with the attack down. Whatever will I do?
Get ready.
Nice one, son.
I'm just gonna hit you with a weakness over and over again. So I'm a weakness user. XP.
That's how it's done.
Yeah,
My
XP.
persona has a new power.
Ice break. Is it finally time to get rid of the Bufu? It's finally time to get rid of the Bufu.
Going pretty well. The atmosphere here is so different compared to the beginning.
That might prove to be a difficult fight.
Is there anything else here? All right, come on. Go.
The enemy looks tough.
Bonk.
The enemy, you're on a roll. Focus.
Bop.
We're not gonna go easy.
Can't stop now.
It missed. Wow.
What to do?
XP.
Nailed it. Nice going, Jun.
No. I think we can successfully go back.
keep my...
No. Come on. Hey, there we are. There we go.
I left you in charge of our supplies. You've done a fine job.
Thanks for all you've done. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Doesn't that one look pretty tough?
No.
Stay on guard!
Excellent.
Now this should end it.
Shall I move to strike?
Can't stop now. Go for it,
Not a bad person. No shadows detected.
With this, I can fight even better.
Yeah.
A victory well earned.
All right, let's get going.
My. That was easy.
All right.
Ay.
Look at it. Wandering around like a clown.
The 88th floor. It sounds like we've made a lot of progress, but I get the feeling we still have a long way to go.
We still have a long way to go. That's funny.
Detecting a surge of power.
Meanwhile, it's already at the end.
Yes! You're on a roll!
Yo, you need something?
Akihiko Sonata Persona 3 has followed. Oh no, guys.
I'm ready anytime.
How's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
Nice one, son.
That's such a very specific username.
I'll hit them where it hurts.
See if we can do this the right way. Make sure we get that shuffle time.
Junpei-kun, your attack power's fallen. You're on a roll.
Oh, we got an ad break coming up. Ad break alert, ad break alert.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Let's continue exploring.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Akihiko Sanada here, would like to tell you that I recently joined the Navy and was promoted to the rank of Admiral. So yeah, tell the other Seas members about this. I want to see the look on their faces when they hear about my new job. Indeed. I'm sure they'd probably be like, what? He didn't become a professional boxer? Well, I don't know how you found me. I'm gonna guess it's because I'm playing Persona 3 Reload, but thank you so much for checking me out. Yeah, if you're curious about the stream title, that is in reference to Trails in the Sky, which there's a character named Colonel Alan Richard, who I happen to be the voice actor for. And yeah. Ad break! Woohoo!
Let's get a move. All right. My sword skills got a mad upgrade, don't you think?
It's a unique sword style, certainly, but it truly reflects your personality. That might prove to be a difficult fight.
Gained an interest in the Navy. Very nice.
The enemy locked her on a roll!
Get ready.
There's no way you're so terrified! What next? That's a weakness! Nice, you terrified! That's a weakness! Nice, you Yukari-chan! The enemy's taunting is making you angry! That's a win for the team! Good job, everyone!
All right, now back to business. Let's get. All right, let's keep moving. You got.
There's no room for...
Powerful enemy spotted! Please, be careful!
All right, y'all. Let's wait for this ad break here, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for all of the follows, for the subscriptions, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and see if we can find somebody to raid.
Yo, you need something?
Nice, isn't it?
Oh, Dark, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 5 gifties at the end there.
Nice,
Um,
isn't it?
And thank you so much for whoever just followed recently.
Nice, isn't it?
Hey, Edward got a sub. Oh man, and Kat got a sub.
Nice,
Oh, man.
isn't it?
So many cool people. So many cool people got a sub. But let's go ahead and see if there's somebody that we could toss this over
Nice,
to.
isn't it?
Who's streaming right now? Let's see, are there any trail streamers streaming right now? Let's take a peek. Let's see. There's a few different people streaming trails. Here's a good one. Somebody streaming Trails of Cold Steel 4. Let's go check them out. How about that? Do. Yeah, let's go ahead and stream this person. They're streaming Trails of Cold Steel 4. Looks like it's a VTuber. Very, very cool. And we'll toss it over to them. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who stuck around for the Q&A. And definitely feel free to check out the giveaway. Link is in my bio on Twitter. And I can't wait for this game to come out, and I hope all of you guys get a fair chance at winning the giveaway. And I hope to see you guys more in the coming months, as well as in September when Trails in the Sky First Chapter drops September 19th on PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one.